This lady that we have tonight, she is from my home state, I guess, kind of, sort of. I'm saying kind of, sort of, because I'm really not from here, but I've been here for long enough that I got to claim the place. But she's from here. She's from Two Up, Two Down. That's right, from Portsmouth, Virginia. She started in the industry in 2015. So she came a year later, the year after Family First Life got started. She's a mother of one amazing son. His name is Ernest. I'm not going to pronounce the last name, but he's the fourth. So you already know he's great. Okay. She's a two-time Hall of Famer. She's gotten it for annuities and the life business. And when I tell you, this chick has been left behind, beat down, had roll-up debt, been locked out of teams, kicked out of teams, restarted the teams. The team got tore up again. She still comes back fighting, and she's still here. Like, think she's just got an S on her chest underneath that shirt that she got on. But she is none other than the wonderful Leslie Scofield. Leslie, what's going on, my girl?
Hi, it's good to be here.
Hey, so listen, Leslie, it's so funny because we've been doing Thrive for almost 2 years, believe it or not. We are 3 months short of 2 years running. And I met you this summer when you came to our office in Virginia Beach. And I don't know, we've been just in sync ever since then. Tell us a little bit about your background, how you got started. I know you are ready to rip. I'm prepared to just sit back and let you go. But tell us a little bit how you got started. We're talking about bouncing back. So clearly you are the comeback queen of them all. Tell the ladies here a little bit about yourself and how you really got started in the industry.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, you guys. Crystal been literally hounding me for like 7 weeks straight to do this call. And I was like, nah, I don't want to do it. But you know what? I'm going to do it for my girl. A girl. So I got in the industry in 2015, y'all. I guess I'm like an original gangster now. I've been doing this. Is doing it. No, not really. But I didn't know there was insurance before that. Like 10 years is a long time. I didn't know people did insurance until I say this all the time. When we're in school, I wanted to be a veterinarian. Like people are like not in second grade going, I want to be an insurance agent. They just don't do that. Like we fall up into here. Okay. And that is exactly what happened. Literally, like I was at the furniture store, Ashley Furniture on the Boulevard, Virginia Beach. Go over there. I was number one for 4 years straight, y'all. Every Tempur-Pedic, every mattress protector, every pillow, every box spring, every warranty, every protection plan, I had to sell it. And I had to work every single night and every single weekend and every holiday because Memorial Day got a 20% off and 4th of July got a 20% off. So I made $89,000 my best year. And I was beat up, y'all, beat to death after that schedule. And there was this guy, we'll call him Keith. And he was an oversized man. And he was in there on one of those holidays, like whatever's around June, May. It was May because it was Memorial Day. And we were so busy. And people just kept coming in and I was taking them left and right. And he was sitting on one of the couches up front. I'm like, bro, what is going on? Like, please, can you take some of these people? I can't take them. I cannot sell one more furniture. Like I am beat. I got 8 people. And at this point, I'm order taking. I'm not even upselling nobody. I can't get them the springs with the extra. I can't do anything, right? So he's like, well, I'm making $5,000 part-time. And I'm like, what? TF do you mean? Like, if you can do it part-time, whatever you're doing, I don't care what it is. I had no idea. But I was like, if you're doing that part-time, making $5K, bro, put me in, tap me in, sign me in, indoctrinate me, whatever it takes, because I'm struggle bus. And so He had me meet this guy. This guy from the practice company comes into my store on a dead night and tells me how to get licensed and sells me how they're selling final expense. So I quit, y'all. I didn't know I needed to take a test. I didn't know I had to buy leads. I didn't know what I was doing. I quit the job. Like, I quit. And so I got my test in 6 days. There's some of you on this call that are in class, been having class since class restarted it, paid the re-up fee. I got it in 6 days because I had to make it work. With furniture, we get paid on delivery. So I had 2 weeks of deliveries waiting to go out. So I knew I had a cushion, but that's it. I didn't have money in the bank. I didn't have a 401k. I didn't have anything, nothing. I wasn't pregnant yet. So I get licensed. I get contracted. They give me a stack of recycled leads that I realized about a month in, no, about 2 weeks in, I realized the people are dead or they're too old. On the lead, I was door knocking. They had a phone number on the lead card. I had no idea I was supposed to call these people. I had a TomTom and a Garmin. And I put 10 addresses in at a time and it routed me. And I door knocked them and went in and sold these final expense plans with like I was at a 70% commission, I guess, because they started me, that was high. And I was knocking on this door and I recruited everybody. I got everybody in. I got one of my downlines in and he ended up having the same lead as me. That's when I knew. And it was the same print and everything. It wasn't like they sent in a separate lead. It was an actual copy of the lead. We paid $38 for that through our pay through. Okay, I was pissed. So I'm knocking on these doors. I get in. The guy was like, oh, I'm not 65, I'm 69. So I'm like, okay, not only are my leads getting given to, but my downline is working my own leads. And y'all are older. And y'all are dead. And they're old. And I'm being charged full price like it's a brand new lead. No way. No way. So that's what started my brain. So that was month 1, July 2015. I did $15,780 issue paid at a 70% comp. I remember the number because I have the trophy that broke. Okay. Then the next month, August, I made $17,000 and some change. And that month, somebody was like, I canceled a universal that was good as hell on somebody. Had no business canceling this policy on this lady because I didn't know anything. I was told to sell this other product and that was it. And that's all we had. I was replacing good policies, replacing bad policies. I was adding coverage. People that were going graded that could have been approved first day. I had no clue because I had the one product. People were asking me like, could you do this? Could you do that? And I just started thinking like, wow, literally, I cannot do any of this stuff they want me to do. I'm done. So that was September. I quit. One of our integrity partners is in Puerto Rico and meets my upline in Puerto Rico, hires her on. My upline, who I don't know, goes to my house and door knocks my mother and dad. And they let her in because they let in the Jehovah's Witness. They let in everybody. And my dad signs up a mortgage policy with Foresters to cover the mortgage with this lady. And they don't know what I've done. I haven't told my family that I quit yet. I didn't tell them I was licensed yet. So my dad calls me and he's like, you got to meet this girl. She's your twin. Y'all will be best friends, all of this and that. And he was right. I drove my tail right to her office and I was like, excuse me, ma'am, but I need for you to tell me what kind of policy you put on my mom and dad because I'm licensed, ma'am, and I don't know this company and I don't know what this mortgage is and I don't know what this is. And I was the superior in the conversation. Okay. And I was dead ass wrong and she was right and she was doing her job. So in October, we do contracting. She loved me. We were besties forever. We did contracting. In November, I'm in Atlanta at the second FFL convention. I'm brand new. She was like, hey, I know you just got contracted. You haven't bought leads. There's a convention in Atlanta like in 5 days. I said, go, we're done. There. Because I think I was actually, we might've wrote some policies. It's been some time, but she had a script and was dialing a stack of leads. And I was like, what is this? What are you doing? because I have no clue that a phone number, what am I supposed to do with it? I'll never forget listening to her. I wrote everything I wrote it out. And then she handed me some old leads. I had my leads that I bought that was recycled that somebody else had. I had those. And I dialed them with her script, and she gave me telemarketed leads. Like somebody had called these people and asked if they were interested, and they said yes on the phone in 2015. So I was like, you're going to call and say a script? I'm in. I'll do it. I was nervous. When I tell you nervous, like the pit of my stomach, like I wanted to throw up. I would not pick up a phone. I couldn't do it. I was paranoid. Long story short, I get a couple. I go into a house the next day. I sold a Mutual of Omaha policy. And that was it. I don't remember what I wrote. It's still on the books. I have no idea how. I didn't know how to. I did a paper app. I have no clue how I did it. I don't remember. I think I had a sheet that I filled out that she gave me. I got that. And then I called her in the house and she told me what to do and I wrote it and that was it. So from that, I bought my first batch of real leads. And I got a loan from her upline, the integrity partner at the time. So I got a loan from him. He fronted me brand new mortgage leads one time. I got them. I flipped them. One sale, $2,500 back then on a 70-year-old. It was with Oxford Life, still on the books. And I bought brand new leads and got off on my own. And I started picking up contracts. And then when we were there at convention, we were in New Jersey in November. We were at convention in December or January 2016. I hit Hall of Fame that year, got pregnant. And that was it. I had a baby. Hey. I had a baby, ruined my career, my brand new career I just got.
So you had a baby and you had a baby.
Honey, my baby got me the premium, honey. I was out there in the snow 7 months pregnant.
Use the kids. I'm a fan of using the kids for sure.
They were like, "Oh my God, you're in the snow, and we thought you were crazy for coming in the snow, but we didn't realize you were that pregnant also." And I was like, "I get it. It's okay. I'm just making sure that you have what I have, protection."
That's right. Yeah, use the baby. I use the kids. The kids use us. I'm using the kids.
Seriously.
So, we're talking about bouncing back. Like that was your beginning. Let's talk about your middle. In life, we have our beginning. Then we got that infamous middle where all the meat is, where everything happens. Tell us a little bit about just some of the challenges that you faced in this business and how you were really able to even be here today to come back. I've talked to plenty of people in this business that started real strong, built major businesses, and it only took one or two bad apples and then it just took them all the way out, right? But you have managed to come back and just kill it every single time. But talk to us a little bit about the middle of your journey in this industry. Tell us a little bit about what happened, because the ladies really don't know your full story. And, I'm here to expose you and get the tea.
You know what I love about this call? Is it recorded? Shoot. Dang. Stop the recording. Check the mic. Get out. No, but so which middle? So let's do this. I got a paper and I'm trying to break this down. Which breakdown do you want?
So let's start off with the career first, and then we'll transition into your personal.
Oh, that's funny because the personal was the reason for the career breakdown. So
let's start with the personal then.
Okay. All right. Okay. So brand new baby. Did not know I was postpartum. Okay. Severely postpartum in a unsuccessful marriage. And I decided to say, fuck it. I bought mortgage protection leads in other states and started flying around, and I left my baby at home. It took I'll give you an example. Baby was born, Ernest was born in February 3/17. We had a convention 2/10. We had a convention 2/10/17. So Sean Mike had a check for me. I
So the
knew he
week
had pictures.
before.
It was the week after my baby was born was convention.
Okay, the week after. All right.
And Sean had a check for me that I needed because I didn't work. I worked to 8.5 months. But I worked till 9 months. But like the last 2 weeks, I was at home because I was big. He was like 9 pounds and I was huge.
What?
So his head is like this big right now. You ain't
That
seen
little boy was
He had a
9
big
pounds.
one.
Her son is cute, y'all. He does not
So
look like
cute.
he was a 9-pound baby.
His head was like 5 pounds. Okay, so let me think. So I knew that Sean had a bonus check for me because I had hit all the carrier. I went on all the carrier trips. So all the carrier trips were that following June and July when the baby was like 4 or 5 months. So we left him with grandma and we went. But I flew my butt to wherever we were at without telling anybody. Like I was depressed. I didn't care. I put on a pad. I was bleeding, y'all. I went right to the convention and showed up. And Sean Mike was like, "Did not you just have a baby?" And I was like, "Yeah, he's 7 days old. Where's my money? I need this check." And he was like, "Honey, I did not bring it. We did not think you were coming." I have pictures, y'all. I got to find them. I wish somebody could go find these pictures of me right now. Listen, I had the baby pooch and everything. Like I swear. And so he gets an empty envelope. When I'm on stage walking, the envelope is empty. Mike had to put it in my bank account, like mail it over later. So I flew out there for nothing, essentially. I was so depressed. I did not bond with Jay right away. My breast milk didn't come in. I had to hire a lactation specialist. I pumped and dumped in the field, in the hood, in Norfolk on Stony Point Drive. I will never forget pumping and dumping, trying to get my milk to come in for this baby because I would not get him on formula. Guess what? 3 weeks of that, 4 weeks of that, he was on the highest paid formula they had. I didn't care how much it cost. I was like, "We're doing this formula, honey. Sorry, it's not working. Cancel. It's not it." And I have to go back to work and I can't do this anymore. So I had to go back to work early. I wasn't bonding with my son. It took us a minute. It took us like a minute to get, when they put him on me, when I delivered him, I was like, he's a slug. He felt like a slug. He was like hot and wet and bit. And I was like, get it, get it off of me. Why do y'all do this? It was so crazy. You know, it was nuts. So I started flying around out of states and buying mortgage protection in other states. Now y'all are doing these lock-ins and all this cool stuff now. I was hopping on airplanes and going to get a rental car and a hotel and buying leads, plane ticket, hotel room, brand new lead mortgage protection, lead cost, 4 different companies, and being gone. Talk about that overhead. I had to make it happen.
This is back during the stage of the paper apps, right?
Yes. So I had to pre-order. I pre-ordered my carrier apps to the hotel. I called the carrier and sent them to the hotel overnight. So I had material when I got there.
Wow.
I did that in Louisiana. I did it in Georgia. I did it in New Jersey. Like I was out there. I did it in Texas. Texas was like 3 states. So you could do it in Texas. It was great. But yeah, that was my life. I did that. My marriage broke down. I got a divorce. I got a divorce in 2017. My son was 6 months, 8 months. It was broke before that. This just, I found my life. I found a career, right? That was it.
Mm-hmm. What made you, I mean, now single mom, traveling from state to state, pre-ordering ahead of time. You're the first person I ever heard to say that.
It was before COVID. Before COVID.
Yeah.
A little COVID breakdown. When some of y'all let COVID take y'all out. Let me tell you something. COVID was like it was like nothing.
Wow. Like, and you're pre-ordering all these supplies to the hotel before you get there so that you can have the supplies and not take them on the plane. Yeah. How ingenious is that? Right. And we're up here getting upset because all we have to do is pick up the phone, dial, go down the hall in the comfort of your own home, pick up the phone and dial.
For real. For real. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know.
So when did you start building a team? Like
right away. I had a team over at the practice. Remember my same guy? He followed
Okay.
me over here. He followed me over here. And I had maybe five agents or so. And that's when, I got burned out so quick because I started giving it to agents. I started doing all this stuff for agents. So my codependency, and I know we got codependents on the call. I can see y'all. Right now. I know who you are. Who's my codependents? Guess what? Y'all love to do their email for them and buy them leads. And you love to tell them when the calls are. And how many times did you tell everybody we had a call at 7 o'clock tonight? Yeah, that gets draining when you do it 542 million times.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
I had to do it every day. Why aren't you on the call? What are you doing? Did you get on the call? Are you coming? Where's your contract? Did you ask your
Yeah.
mama? What's your husband think? I mean, it was literally like draining. So I did build a
Hmm.
team, which led to the next breakdown, 2018, when my team disintegrated. So 2018, huge team disintegrated. I actually pivoted and left FFL at this time. So I had a giant team, like 46 agents, which is huge, brand new agent. I'm a year in. We're all, nobody's telephonic. So I left FFL and went to another company because I had what you guys have. All of you have had it. Nobody has not had it. Everyone has had it. It's called shiny object syndrome. Shiny object syndrome. That is when you go, oh, they're offering 192% comp over here. I'm going to go try that out. Or
Right.
I don't have a coach. I'm going to go pay a coach to show me what to do because that's what I need to do instead of setting an alarm and getting on a call at 8 o'clock every day. Right.
Hmm.
By the way, at this time, Sean Mike was coaching us at 5 o'clock in the morning. It was called the hot seat call. And
Mm.
he grilled. He was like a machine gun and we were like dead. It was so freaking amazing. Like it built the character. I already had it. Some people just have, right? Like they just have backbones and some people have to develop it as a skill. So Sean like knew that I had it. And so he did not go easy on me. He did not go easy on me. I'm sure the Millionaire Maker is probably identical to what I got. It has to be. It has to be.
Yeah.
There's no way it's not. And like I took that and I ran with it and I used we had CDs of Sean at the last gig at our office piled up. We didn't worship him. We absorbed the psychology of the sale to the T. And it is still to this day on the basis of every single coaching that I've ever done ever. That is the core of it. So 2018, I leave. I'm salty. I'm like, ugh, I go to shiny object syndrome. Okay. Go over there. And I step into the healthcare space. I do very well. I do extremely well. I build another team. Some of the agents come with me, some stay behind. I build a new team. And then successful years happen 2018, 2019. Guess what happens in 2020?
Pandemic.
COVID.
COVID. Hmm.
So COVID happens in 2020. And I have money because I'm an annuity producer. I'm doing life insurance. I'm doing health insurance. I'm a top tier mortgage protection producer, all of the things. I got money in the bank. And I'm like, well, I'm going to pivot into telesales because we have to. So all the carriers switch over to telesales. All of my agents died off. They were like, oh, they couldn't do it. And Crystal, we've had this conversation where I was like, girl, it is so tough for me to sit here on the phone. Like you built a call center for the government. You are the queen of telephonic enrollments. Some of us are not. It is, everybody can learn it. It's a skill. And all you
Yeah.
have to do is plug in and it's so easy. But my team at the time didn't have a leader doing it. I was gone. I was like, okay, I'm going to meet people in person, write these annuities, get paid, and y'all could do the telephonics. So I built a coaching platform at that time. It was a 12-week coaching platform to build income because I didn't want to sell over the phone. I wanted to sell my course. We all went through a course phase. All of the leaders started developing courses and they're still doing it. And it's like, I want agents to come in and buy my course and maybe get in the downline, right? And if they don't get in the downline, they can buy the course. So I'm making money either way. It was 12 weeks coaching platform, every quadrant: life insurance, mortgage protection, burial, veterans, Medicare, under 65, annuities, IUL, telephone sales was the last chapter. And I built a team, a new team. And then it didn't work. The course didn't work. I paid $12,000. I learned how to build it. I sold it. I sold a little bit of it. And then I switched and I was like, well, I'll just offer it for free and get everybody in my downline. Do it that way. And that happened for a little bit, but because they didn't pay for it, there was no value. And again, my codependency kept me from being, successful, because I started to realize I've given too much. If I give you something, you don't value it. How true is that?
Very true.
If I give an agent leads, guess what they do? Not shit. Nothing. Mostly, but if they have to buy it themselves, guess what they do? They're at the office on time. They're on every single call. They're blowing my phone up.
And that's, unless you got that one anomaly person, that's it.
I was the anomaly. You were the anomaly. We were the anomalies.
Yeah. Yeah, that do or die.
Do or die, for real. And by the way, what age is he? He's 3. He's 3 during COVID. Guess what? Guess what I did? I put him in a Goddard. I knew if I spent money, I had to force myself to make money. So I paid for my baby to go to Goddard. It was like $9.52 a month that I paid. Bless you. Bless you. You got it. You got it, girl. You look so cute. Sneezing.
Thank you. If y'all only knew, I'm over here sweating. Look.
Yeah, I bought a brand new car, put him in private school, kept my lead flow on. I was spending money left and right because at that time I was programmed that if I had it going out, I had to keep it coming in. And by the way, one thing I didn't mention is at one of these points in my career, I was locked out of contracting. I had one company for 6 months. For 6 months, I had to use 1 or 2 companies and make it happen. Like that was, imagine you don't have any carriers and then you can have 2 carriers and they're only final expense and you have no choice but to only do final expense. Like I literally went from writing annuities to I'm in the hood again. I'm back in Norfolk in the street again. So I just had to scale. I had to work more appointments. I had to book more sessions. I had no choice until a contract freed up. And a lot of y'all make that mistake. Y'all go in and get contracts, slap them across the board and don't think about anything else. You just do, don't. You only need 5. That's why Crystal's got this awesome thing. She holds up her hand. Would you do it?
5. Top 5 carriers. You can draw a mighty, mighty fist with just those 5. That's it.
Top 5 carriers, pack a punch, baby.
That's it. That's all
but I
need.
didn't know that. I didn't have a leader like this. My leader didn't care. My leader was like, contract with everybody. Lock me down. He was crazy. Locked me down so bad that I was stuck like Chuck. And then carriers started dropping me. You know why? Because I have a background. And some things went on that got brought to light that let them know that I might have been a little redeemed. Okay? And so then carriers started dropping me like, no, you can't work for us anymore. Right? I'm just now getting some of these carriers back. And then I had an agent roll me debt. So all of the agent rolled me debt in 2019. So $75,000, $75,000 on one lady. She got clever. How do you do that? You steal social security numbers and you churn business. That's what you do. And then the other one was $25,000. I had to set up a payment. So $100,000. So I'm paying $100,000. I'm on payment plans with Americo Mutual of Omaha, who I was their top agent in the top 2 in the top 5, no matter what. They sent me on trips. And I'm just like, I got to pay this debt and write business. Y'all are going to take 25% of my shit, right? Because I need to pay my bills. Please do not take 100%. I can't. I will die out because I don't have any carriers.
We need to talk about that for us. Let's just park there for 1 second. You know, it's nothing worse than writing business in the rears. Like you're pretty much writing free business, right?
Yes.
And you're trying not to write with commission on your breath. But you know, you're already hungry, you're already hustling. And then turn around. I mean, the people that are sitting across from you or on the phone, they have no idea your financial situation, nor do they care. But you know that you're running an honest business, but you have a person that does not have that same type of integrity that you have, that writes bad business and, for lack of better words, twist the system, and you have to pay for it. And you still, and mind you, we're still talking about, you still have your son, you're still a single mother out here thugging it, you're on your own. And you know, one of the things that I always talk about on Thrive is we have to fix each other's crowns, right? Encouraging one another is so huge in this space. You the reason why I have the WhatsApp group, which, ladies, make sure you're in the WhatsApp group. I want to encourage everyone. I want to, not that you need it all the time, but I promise when it comes, it's right on time, right? And so I don't want to imagine what you were dealing with during that season. I mean, we're talking about pandemic. We're talking about transitioning your selling style. We're talking about building a team for one or two individuals in that team to turn around and write faulty business. And you're still out here, you're still grinding. And then, mind you, ladies, did y'all hear what she said? She started off with life and transitioned to health. Please drop a 1 in the chat if you all have your health license.
Saved my behind so many times.
If you got your health license, please drop a 1 in the chat. Because I know we got some ladies up here that have the 1. What's a lot of ladies up here that's got one? So
saved my behind so many times. Somebody say it with me. Saved my behind so many times. Saved my behind so many times.
But Leslie, we're talking about, that's a whole different platform, right?
Yeah, I learned that too.
That's not like life and health are 2 different animals. Like, what? You got the yin and the yang when dealing with the health side of it. And those that have their health license, we know we're getting ready to get prepared for the Medicare open enrollment coming up next week. And it's about to be mayhem for the next 45 days, right? And then you don't really get paid until what, January? Is that correct?
Yeah. So yes, again, shiny object syndrome. So I was like, oh, look, a new IMO. Oh, look, a new test. Mind you, I failed the life exam. Anybody else? Who else has failed the life exam the first time? I failed it by 5
3 times, girl. 3.
I failed the life insurance exam, went back and took
Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. And the Holy Ghost was with me on that 3rd time. I was happy.
When I went...
Let me tell you, I was so intentional. I walked into the testing center. I looked that guy straight in the face. I said, if I fail this test, it's going to be a problem.
He was scared to death. He was like, Lord, he was praying for you. He was like, God, listen, my girl Crystal.
He was like, Lord, please let
her today. Because I'm worried about myself.
Right.
Listen, I passed the health with no questions asked. And I knew I was going to fail. And I just walked in there, took it and passed. Because, and this is, you guys have an upper hand if you haven't had the test yet for health. Everything that you've learned to this point, you already know it, I promise. You're going to go through the course. You would be shocked at what you've already picked up.
Yeah.
Just having life.
Yeah. Okay? If you've had any type of medical insurance, even through an employer, right?
If you've had to deal with a billing problem, look up a doctor, look up a dentist, you good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But so let's circle back. Forward. Okay, you want to fast forward? I'm trying to circle back. Hold on. Back.
Go ahead. Go ahead on, girl.
By the way, 2019 November. My divorce got final because, we separated for a year and then we had divorce, right? So my divorce was finalized. I'm at the pumpkin patch with my son. Guess who I run into?
Who you run into?
Daggone high school sweetheart with his son. Guess what my dumb ass did? Married him. Hello? Hey. We were together on and off since 2002. When I tell you I was in love with this man, I was obsessed with this man. I loved him. And his son was the same age as my son, and they were besties. So we dated. November, December, January, February, March, April, May. He begged me to go to the Justice of the Peace. I went. We got married, didn't tell anybody. My mother did not talk to me for like 4 months. I was devastated. So I'm realizing now there's something wrong. All of those little spidey senses and red flags that I picked up back in the day, all of that intuition that God gave me that I was dumbing down, that I didn't know, because at this point, I'm much older, right? I'm like 34 at this point. So everything from 24, from 16 to 24 that I dumbed down, all of that is now built up in me, and I'm a woman. And I'm a God-fearing woman, and I have an intuition, and I ignored it again and married a raging alcoholic. I had no idea that it was still like that. I thought for sure he grew, and he didn't. And I was like, second time around, fairy tale, Disney princess, all these lies.
And
Okay.
that's what we look for, right? We're hoping for that growth. We grow. We're hoping that the people that we're around in our circle, they grow. Not always the case.
Honey, he went to rehab. He went to jail. He got his third DUI. I turned him in and got him pulled over because he was driving with the baby in the car, his baby, his son. Third DUI, 6 months in jail, gets out, does rehab, y'all. He got diagnosed with schizophrenic back in the day, schizoaffective disorder. I knew about it from 2010 because we were close. We were together on and off for 22 years. Okay. He was the love of my life. I loved him. And he got diagnosed with schizoaffective. It showed up and it would go away, and it would show up and go away. And in our marriage, I realized how bad it had gotten. He was making us during COVID, it really got bad. And he was putting our phones in the microwave and like putting them in the glove box when we were driving, telling me that I paid for a private investigator to investigate some things that he had proved to me that was going on. I really believed him. Like, I just was going with it. And then one day, this lady comes to me at church, and she said a word to me that shook me to the core. And she was like, something, I don't remember, something along the lines of, you're not in a safe place and watch your back. Something along those lines. Never saw her again. She doesn't go to my church. Never saw her again. I filed. So I'm 2 years fast forward, 2022, 2021, and 2022. I'm speaking at the biggest insurance convention there is. I'm at 8% Nation with Cody Askins. I am a speaker on stage. Eric Thomas. God, who else was there? Shoot, I have mom brain. I have Medicare brain. The guy with the arm that, what's his face? Inky Johnson.
Inky Johnson. Wow.
Yes.
What?
There's so many good speakers. Obviously, all the insurance people, but I'm talking about famous people that are actually out there, right? And so I'm speaking 2-3 years in a row at 8% Nation, and I get a call the day before I'm supposed to speak that he's calling me, telling me he's walking home from jail. He's barefoot. I'm like, wait, where are the kids at? He left my kids in the home overnight. He said he was going to the store, y'all. He went to the bar. Then he went his ass to jail. I had to call and get somebody to get the kids. I'm in Dallas.
Yeah.
I'm devastated.
That's when the conference says, yeah.
I have to get on stage. I get on stage. I still did it. I get on stage because God. And it was impeccable. It was incredible. My slideshow broke down. I had to wing it. All the breakdowns you could think of happened. I was in control. God had my back. I was good. I delivered. I got on an airplane. I left. I went home. I packed the stuff, put it outside. I walked in. I said, you know what time it is? Get out. I was devastated, y'all. Devastated. This was July 2 years ago. July 2 years ago. 3 years ago? This year has flown by, y'all. I think it was 3 years ago. This
July
whole year,
2023.
This year was a blur. I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. So he gets out, goes into schizophrenia land forever and ever. Amen. He's done. Full-blown schizophrenic. He's 36, 35, 36. There's no controlling it. He's in and out of treatments, gets better, gets worse, gets better, gets worse. Comes by, knocks on my door, comes over all the time. We were friends for we were together 22 years on and off. Like, I love this man. So anyway, at this time, I had just transitioned. So after I spoke at 8% Nation, I kicked him out. I came back to FFL. I transitioned. At that moment is when I came back over here. And that was in like 2022-ish, 2021-ish, 22-ish, something like that. Those years are very blurry, y'all. Forgive me. When you have trauma and grief, your memories are gone. You have short-term memory loss. This is a real thing. And then I struggled with my own addiction at this time too. Like, I was in and out, not in and out of rehabs, but like I was in and out of my own addiction processes at this time because I wanted to self-medicate to forget about losing the love of my life to a brain disorder. Like, it was just, and an alcoholism. So no grief happened at that moment. No grief. I was at FFL. I was crushing it. My upline kept me busy. We brought on health agents. We built what we have right now. And then, we realized that Crystal and Kendall are in my neck of the woods. So we end up over here. And I want you guys to know we end up over here in like May of this year. Yep. So we're talking about, I'm trying to keep this coordinated. So let me see. So we're successful. Ever since I've been at FFL, every time I was here, I was successful, by the way. Like, this model works. This model is working. It works. It's working. Nothing needs to be changed, reinvented. Like, it's all there. I have the academy you can get into. Like, this model works. I don't want you to have shiny objects. Don't do it. It's a disaster. It's not green on the other side of the street. It is dead.
Right. For sure.
So here's what happened. In the midst of all of this, Sean actually passed away. He died. And he died in April. And so in April, I'm actually with my upline in a seminar teaching to 100 people. I have 50 people in the morning, 50 people at night at a restaurant. And I'm educating them about Medicare and retirement rollovers. And I get a text that Sean is missing. And at the same time, the next day, I get a text that my upline is no longer with our company. So like, I'm like, oh, great. Wow. Like, this person is helped me build my business for 10 years and they're just poof. And guess what? I've done this before. So I know how this works. I get to go and choose who I want to work with, right? Wrong. They assign you. You have to go fight for what you want. Okay. You have to go fight for it. So when I tell you, I sat with Kendall and with Crystal, the dating was so intentional. It was so intentional why we wanted to work together, what we could benefit from each other. I had to make Crystal fall in love with me. It worked.
It wasn't too hard.
It was easy. So that happens. 1 week later, we do a search party on a Sunday and we go into the woods to look for Sean. We go everywhere that he was spotted, right? And I'm walking through the woods and I have this amazing intuition and I'm very clairvoyant and I pick up on everything and I just have these blessings, right? These gifts. And I'm like, the man is not in the woods. Matter of fact, when they said he was missing, I said he was dead. I said he was going to die in November. In November of 2024, the last time he came to my house, which I found a picture of today. So weird. I took a picture of him in my living room because he looked like a stranger. He had a tooth missing. He looked homeless. He was unkept. His hair is grown out. He looked crazy. And this man was fine. Like, he was fine. He was so fine. He was so fine. Okay. This was a stranger in my living room. I took a picture. That's how bad he looked. I found that picture today. So we're going through the woods and I'm like, I already knew he was dead. I'm looking for a body. And I'm like, he's not in here. So what's coming up for me is water. I know he's in water. We need to be near water. We get a phone call that they've spotted something in the water, like a mile down the road in this reservoir pond. I come out the woods and his brothers were eating pizza. Someone bought pizza for the search parties. And they're like, hey, they found some in the water. Boom, I'm there. First one on the scene with his brother. Besides the people that found the body or whatever. It's him. I can't see him. He's too far away. We beat them there. They didn't even have the tape out yet. I could tell it was him. Like, you cannot tell who it is. You cannot tell who it is. I could tell it was him. Like, everything about the layout of the back of his head, like, when you're with somebody emotionally, soul tied, energetically, spiritually, married, like, you know, you just know. God gives you that when you marry someone. And we could go deeper into that later. It don't have to be marriage. But anyway, okay. I knew it was him. They pulled him out. They brought his twin brother over there. He identified him based on the decomposition was so bad. We couldn't embalm him. We couldn't have a viewing. I was able to go in with his mom and dad and identify the body later on. When I tell you I walked through the entire process, I have no idea. I planned it. Well, in that parking lot that day,
and let's just make sure that everybody understands. This was springtime this year.
April.
This year.
Right. So I just got over here. I mean, we're talking about coming over here. Like, I didn't even know. I had to come over here and do a burial at the same time. I remember sitting with Kendall and I was like, Kendall, look, I know you don't know me, bro. Like you don't even know me, but you have to understand what I'm saying right now. I promise you, I'm a top producer. I'm a team player. I'm gonna be this for you. But right now, you don't even know me, and I need you to support me.
Right.
You don't even know me yet, and I need you to support me, please. Not only that, but here's why I didn't talk about 23 and 24 for real. Because when Sean left, my grandpa moved in. So Sean left. My grandpa is in Georgia. His wife died. I had to relocate him here, and he lived with me, and I hospiced him for 2 years, 2023 August to January. He passed away in my home with the comfort of his family, with my mom witnessing to him a week before he went unconscious, y'all. He was 91 years old. So he died. 2.5 months later, Sean died. I figured out how to bury a vet, what the veterans were going to do, how to get him from 60 to 100% in the last 2 years, all the appointments, all the paperwork, the life insurance, the FEGLI, the VEGLI, everything you can think of. I have done it. I know what programs to get your people that you have right now, because I got paid from the VA, y'all, me. $1,800 a month I got while my team was ripping. And my team was here the whole time. Some of them are on this call right now. They supported me and loved on me and brought me food. And I was a bitch. When I tell you I was a raging bitch, I was angry. I was sad. I was depressed. Dude, I was horrible. And they didn't leave. That's crazy. I deserve to be left. I deserve to be left at that moment. So you know what I did? I gave Kendall my list of my agents, and I have Sarah, and I said, put them in, train my team, I'm out. Put them in, train my team, I'm out. I got to go. I could not coach. I was, y'all, it was so bad. I called my baby daddy. I'm like, hey, you know, he's the best dad ever. And I'm so glad that we can co-parent. I was like, you got to take Jay. You got to take Jay. I can't. And me and my son are like this. And also, how does my son handle Sean dying? How does my son handle losing his stepbrother and stepsister? How does my son handle one of his best friends never seeing them again? Because in this moment, we have no communication with that family, like I never existed.
And he also lost his great grandfather too.
Yes. Here, Papa lived with him for 2 years of his life.
Yeah.
Papa's gone. We lost a dog. Lucy died in 2020 randomly. Cancer, 5 weeks, done. Like, it was a shit show. It was so bad. So bad. So Kendall and you, Crystal, like, y'all had the call, and I just plugged people in, and it took us a minute. We're just now getting life insurance, but I knew how to write, but they're all Medicare people. So like, they're coming on, they're getting coached, they're learning, they're writing more business than they've ever written. I'm on calls, I'm training, I'm back in my purpose. I'm pouring into agents, right? Because this is my purpose, right? Look, your purpose is not the thing you do. It's the thing that happens in others when you do what you do. So like I buried Sean. They have no money. We do a GoFundMe. I can tell you everything you need to know about GoFundMe. His funeral was $22,000. His mom made me promise to bury him. And where are we at? Like, this is where we're at. Oh, I'm depressed. I want to die. I don't want to kill myself. I just want to die.
Right.
And maybe this is the point of the call where now you're paying attention. Maybe you've been in a situation where you wanted to die. Guess what? You're not alone. I wanted to die. DIE, mucho muerto, me. I was out. I wanted to crawl in the grave with the man. I didn't care about my son, didn't care about none of this, didn't care about the business, didn't care about nobody. I just didn't want to be here anymore. And my doctor, for some reason I reached out, have no idea why, but we ended up on a call and I just said it. And she was like, okay, you're about to go into treatment. I'm like, what does that mean? She's like, well, honey, you've had 2 deaths. You've lost your upline/boss and mentor of 10 years. And you're transitioning to a new team. I would think it, and I never grieved that. When did y'all see the space where I grieved the divorce from the schizophrenia? Never. So
Never.
this entire year, from April till now, I have had to grieve a divorce, 2 deaths, losing my mentor and friend of 11 years to this business. That was a death by itself. Having to trust God in a way that I've never trusted him before, praying for divine alignment every single day. Like I was done. So she put me in treatment. And I went twice a week until I went once a week until I go twice a month. Today I had treatment. So like, here's where we are. It's October 9th. This is it.
Ladies, did y'all hear the story? And she's sitting here.
Oh, my mom in the ER with septic pneumonia. Remember that last week?
Yep. That was
my
just
mom
2
is
weeks
not
ago.
doing well.
Yep.
My mother's not doing well. She's not healing the right way. I just got off the phone with her. So I'm like, so how many of you resonate with this? Hey, God, what's next? Come on. What else?
Like I ain't got nothing left. You know,
Go
at
on
this
and do
point,
it.
you can just hit me with whatever. It's no feelings now involved. It's just what you want? What
I'm
now?
literally walk out the office. I'm Sarah. I'm going for a walk. I'm walking around the building. I'm like, God, you know what? This is how I talk. I'm like, Lord, for real. Like, seriously. What are we doing here?
You know, for our believers that are on this call, but God, just 2 words, but God. And here's the thing, ladies, you know, regardless of where you were born, the date you were born, where you live, how you got here, it doesn't matter. All of our past, it's like a spine. We're all coming from different areas of life, different experiences. First of all, I just got to thank Leslie for being just so transparent and vulnerable with everything that she's totally sharing her life right now. But this is healing for her. This is healing for some of you all on this call who are facing and have faced. Maybe you're in something right now that you're going through and you're sitting here like, what else? I just ain't got it. You know, you ever come across somebody and they look at you like, I ain't got it today. Mm-mm. Like everybody can get it today.
I wake up all the time. I'm like, nope, we're not doing this. Good night. Going back to bed.
Right.
In the beginning, when we first started working together, Kendall was like, hey, you doing all right? I'm like, nope, I'll see you tomorrow. Not coming in. Right. I'm sorry.
Facts. I would text her. She told you all, you know, I've been trying to get her on Thrive for 2 months. Because number one, I recognize the talent, but the more I talked to Leslie, the more I understood the story, the more I understood why. I almost was like, maybe we won't have it tonight. Maybe we'll push out a little bit more. Then I thought about it. I said, no, Thrive needs to hear you. And I told her, I said, these ladies need to hear you, because here's the thing. We are on plenty of calls on how to build a team, how to be strong, how to sell. All right, whatever. That's semantics. But ladies, this is a matter of the heart. This is about a woman who has been through just about everything you can think of. She's still not out of it yet, and she's still out here grinding. She's still out here getting it. She's still out here selling. You know,
Crystal, it wasn't an option. That's the thing, though. Never
not an
did you
option.
hear me say at all that I had to go find a new job somewhere else? I acted like that did not
Not at all.
exist.
Not at all.
That's
Not at all.
what made me different.
As a matter of fact, you said, don't chase the shiny object. This is where you need to
Stay
be.
right where you're at, honey. Listen, God, if I could redo it, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't be here telling you about it. You know what though? Like every time I needed to pivot, I pivoted within my business model. Thank God. I didn't go, let me drive Uber, let me do this, let me do that. I went to work. I bought leads. That's what I did. When I thought I wasn't going to make it, I bought leads. That was it. I never did anything other than buy leads because I knew what I could do with the leads. That was my saving grace. Every single time it was put me in front of people and I will make it work, right? People,
Right.
they just have to be breathing with a pulse. I don't care if I guarantee it to everybody and I get paid as earned, honey. I'm writing 100 people up there.
Right. That's it. And it's all from within you, ladies. It's we all have it within us. Leslie's story is so amazing. I'm just happy she's here to share it herself. I'm happy that it's not her son up here talking about, well, this is what my mom did, but she's no longer here. Or her mother or some coworker, someone in her downline.
Oh, run it back. Run it back. Run it back. August last year, 2 years ago. The years are going, y'all. 2 years ago. May, 2 years ago, I get a Mutual of Omaha $5 million life insurance policy. Why? I don't know. I just knew I was underinsured. I had life insurance, but I knew I was underinsured. So I'm like, I need 5 million. This is what I need. Because here's why. I got a son, I got a business. Somebody's got to sell my business. Somebody's got to run my business. What if my Aunt Becky wants to run my business? What if whatever wants to run what if my agents want to all co-own and run my business together? Or what if they want to get out and sell it? It's going to take money and attorneys and all this stuff. And then my brother, there's nothing that I've been through maybe we've had different scenarios, but let me tell you this. My brother is special needs. He is a giant walking 35-year-old 5-year-old. He loves the Bubble Guppies and Paw Patrol. And he's 35 and he acts 5. When my mom and dad die, he's going to be with me. Never will he be awarded the state. I will not allow it. Guess what I just did? I secured him because for $1 million, I have 1 million set aside to put him at this brand new facility here in Virginia Beach where people live and thrive in a community with others like themselves. They're all disabled, whether mentally or physically. I bought life insurance. Follow me. 1 year later, guess who's laid up at Centera Princess Anne with a heart abnormality? Guess who? Me.
You.
Me. Today, before the call, I'm in getting an echo. That's how long it took to get me in. I've had everything done but this echo. I went in today. Echo's clear. Praise Jesus. While we're doing the echo, he's like, your rhythm is messed up. Your electricity is going crazy. They're not wrong about that. So do we know what's going on? No. Am I insured? Yes. Am I insured in my faith? Yes. Do I care if I die? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's no way that Sean Mike will not have Mutual of Omaha writing a $5 million check after all these years I've been here, after the friendship that I have with that man. There's no way that my family's not getting $5 million. You can have shiny object syndrome and go wherever you want, but I'll never leave this company. I will never leave this company. Never.
Yeah, that's it. We have this thing on our team called, chasing squirrels. You don't need to chase no squirrels. This is it, ladies. And thank you so much, Leslie. But one of the things that we do here in Thrive is we do encourage one another. That is our job. That is my only ask from all these ladies that faithfully come every single month on this call. Just fix each other's crowns, right? Because we need it. We do so much as females, and I don't need to explain it. I'm preaching to the choir. We're all ladies here. but that we have so much inside of us. You have a fight in each and every one of you. Leslie has a fight in her. I have a fight in me, right? We will not be denied. We will not play second fiddle to anybody. We are strong. We are victorious. And we got it. And it starts from within. So if you think for 1 second, whatever your situation is, lady, wherever you're coming from, whatever you've been through, you're looking at a survivor right here. And the story's not finished. It is not finished. As a matter of fact, she's only just beginning. Everything that she has been through this past decade, is just a setup for what's to come. And I just want to encourage each and every one of you ladies. I'm trying not to break down, but I just want to encourage each one of you ladies to just keep pushing. Keep pushing, y'all. It's nothing. It's nothing that you can't handle. This woman has lost her grandfather.
There is nothing.
It's nothing. It's nothing you can't handle if it's all starts right within. It's all inside of you. So thank you so much, Leslie.
I want to let y'all know, I'm going to wrap with this too, Crystal. If you want access to the Six Figure Academy, you can all have it. I don't care what you do with it. I just want to be supportive and help you in your business. I just dropped my email in the chat. Make sure in the email subject line, you just got to put "let me in." In the email subject line, just put "let me in." You guys are more than welcome to it. I hope that it brings something to your business that you need, that you're lacking right now. Please feel free.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. I reposted it. And I did put my number in the chat, ladies, I see a couple of y'all text me. I'll make sure that I add you before we post it, but we'll make sure we post it in the Ladies Thrive WhatsApp group. Again, this is going to be recorded if you want to go back and listen. I'll play this recording to some of your female friends who are on the fence, who feel like they can't make it in this industry, in this business. And one thing I didn't ask you, I know we are over time, but I don't care. One thing I wanted to ask you, how many other females were around back in the day when you were running hard?
2, 3,
2,
5.
2 to 5.
Like 5.
Come
on, I can tell
lady.
you who it was.
I bet you can. I think I know at least 2 of them.
Where's Amy at? Amy's a beast.
Amy Michelson, she's been up here. That's my
Amy,
girl.
Linda Limpasso, let's go.
Limpasso, yes.
Yeah.
Were you around with Millie?
Yep, Millie Vanilli. That's my girl. I remember
Millie,
she got
Millie
in.
Porcina. So yeah, like I'm just so blessed to know all of you ladies and to be a part of this and to really just I guess be the forerunner of this movement. But it's a movement, y'all. We are on a movement. We have been second-rate citizens for centuries.
We have to fight so hard to get up there.
And this is our time. At Ignite, please drop.
Because they don't know. They don't understand. They don't get it.
No.
We gotta watch the kids and manage the team. All of a sudden, by the way, get in business with a dude. He'll have you doing all the calls, doing all the team calls. Get in business with a dude. Do that.
Hold on. And you know you gotta look cute too, right?
Oh, and then you have to dress up. Oh, God forbid you gain some weight.
You gotta look cute. You can't just show up. You gotta have lipstick and makeup on and look like something, right?
You gotta be the arm candy. Guess what? Boom. I'm good.
There it is.
Look how I look by myself getting my trophy.
There you go.
Give me my jacket.
Thank you so much, Leslie. Ladies, this was another fire call. If y'all think this was good tonight, wait till next month. Next month, I have another dynamic lady. As a matter of fact, we're going to be ending the year very strong. I have 2 ladies lined up these next 2 months. You won't want to mix next month. This woman is Annuity Hall of Fame. Some of y'all know her. I'm not even going to disclose the name. Y'all know I'd be secretive because I want to make sure y'all plug in. And then we're going to end the year out extremely strong with another integrity partner. So super excited to have you all on tonight. Thank you so much, Leslie. You know you're my girl. I'll definitely be hollering at you.
Love you to life, girl.
Peace. Love you back. Love you back. Ladies, don't forget, let's continue to fix one another's crowns. Let's continue to support one another and lift one another up. You don't got to talk to nobody about nobody, honey. It don't matter. We are here to lift one another up. That's what Thrive is all about. So make sure you join us in WhatsApp, and we will see you next month. Thank you.